Okay, here we go, guys. Here, just a little lesson. Okay, uh, this comes from every people when I hear them say, "Is it a human or is it an ape?" Okay, well, that's we're all apes, right? We're all apes. You're an ape. I'm an ape. Gorillas are apes. Chimpanzees are apes. Blah 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 blah. And so it's not so much is it human or is it an ape, because humans are an ape. So it's an ape. If you see an ape, what kind of ape is it? That's the question for me. What kind of ape is it? What species of ape is it? Human species, or gorilla, or chimp, or orangutan, or the other great apes? And this is all very simple to see if you look it up, because we all belong in the same taxonomy, every last one of us. So if we take a look at, for example, uh, gorilla taxonomy, all right. Um, well, before we do that, let's actually look at human taxonomy first, okay? And so the human taxonomy, okay? So taxonomic orders are, of course, kingdom, phylum, class, order, suborder, infraorder, family, subfamily, tribe, and genus, right? And so there's some differences, but for the most part, uh, humans, Homo sapiens, are in the kingdom of Animalia. We're all animals. Our phylum is Chordata. We got a spinal cord, right? Our class is Mammalia. We give live birth. We have hair, fur, whatever. Fur bearing gives live birth. That's those are the things about mammals, right? The order we belong to is primates, okay? If we look at that, primates are a diverse order of mammals. They're divided into the strepsirrhines, which include lemurs, galagos, the lorisids, the haplorhines, which include the tarsiers and the simians. Primates arose 85 to 55 million years ago, first from small terrestrial mammals, which adapted to living in the trees, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So our order is primate. Suborder is Haplorhini. I need to explain that. Haplorhini. The haplorhines, or what it means is the dry-nosed primates, right? It's a suborder of primates containing tarsiers and the simians, right? As sister of the strepsirrhini, which are the moist-nosed primates. And we're of the infraorder simiiforms, right? Simiiforms, anthropoids, the simians, and simiiform. The simians, anthropoids, or higher primates are an infraorder of primates containing all animals traditionally called monkeys, because we're monkeys too. We're apes and we're monkeys. Called monkeys and apes, okay? More precisely, they consist of the parvorders New World monkeys, the Platyrrhini, and the Catarrhini, the latter of which consists of the family, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to go into that. But you have New World and Old World monkeys, okay? But that's the infraorder we're in. Family we're in is Hominidae, okay? Hominidae, whose members are known as the great apes or hominids, okay? We're in a subfamily of Homininae, okay? And we are of the tribe Hominini, okay? And our genus, of course, is Homo, right? That's the genus, Homo. And our species, Homo sapiens, okay? Now, if you take a look at all the other ones, right? If you take a look at gorillas, gorillas share everything with us. They're in the same kingdom, phylum, class, order, suborder, infraorder, family, subfamily. Now, they differ when it comes to tribe. Their tribe is Gorillini, okay, or Gorillini, something like that. and their genus is gorilla. Type species, troglodytes, gorilla. Okay. Now, if we go on to the chimpanzee, okay, chimpanzees, we know they're our closest cousins. They share the same thing: kingdom, phylum, class, order, suborder, infraorder, family, subfamily, tribe. Their genus is Pan, okay, and their species is Pan troglodytes, okay. That's the chimps. Now, we can take a look at some of the other ones, like with humans. Now, we have several several species within our genus of Homo, right? So, if you took a look at Homo erectus, of course, it shares all that same stuff: kingdom, phylum, class, order, suborder, infraorder, family, subfamily, tribe, genus, but its species, Homo erectus, instead of Homo sapiens. Um, now, where did I just see that thing? Oh, back in here. So if you look at the species that are within the Homo genus, there's Homo sapiens, sapiens, which is us, right? Because there were more archaic Homo sapiens before us. They were still Homo sapiens like we are. They're just a little more archaic looking than we are. We are now considered Homo sapiens, which really, I think the addition of a sapiens on there was not even really necessary, really, because we're all Homo sapiens. Then you have Homo antecessor, Homo erectus, Homo ergaster, Homo floresiensis, Homo habilis, Homo heidelbergensis, Homo luzonensis, Homo rudolfensis, Homo naledi, and Homo neanderthalensis. Okay. So we have several genuses or several species within our genus. The other apes, they have a couple, like the chimpanzees. There's a couple of different species of chimps, right? They're all chimpanzees, but they're different species. So that shows that we all share this thing. So we're all apes. We're all apes. Bigfoot. Well, all I can say on that, right? How are we going to propose a taxonomy or a taxon on Bigfoot, right? Because we don't know that much about them, right? We don't even really know what they are, right? But if you go by observation of what people who have encountered one, right? Credible people that have encountered one, you can kind of guess at some of this, right? So, just off a direct observation of the thing that I call Rasta, right? You want to call it a Bigfoot or Sasquatch, if that's what it is, then from observation, it would appear that it belongs to the same kingdom, phylum, class, order, suborder, infraorder, family, subfamily, and tribe. Now, the genus, don't know. Is it in the Homo genus? Is it its own genus, right? What if it's a different genus? It can still be an ape, a primate, right? Which is the order, but it could still have its own genus, perhaps. Or is it still in one of the other genuses like gorilla? I don't see how, what I saw, but it's a possibility. Now, so genus could be different, and a species. We don't know exactly what species, right? It would be. You can call it Sasquatch. That's the species, right? I don't know. But that's the whole point. Those things out there, big, hairy, smelly, big foot mofos running around the woods, for all intents and purposes, from all morphological data that we can gather, this is the taxonomy that I think that they would belong in. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, suborder, all that stuff, it would share with us and all the other apes. Genus and species, Don't know, man. Don't know. Wouldn't be able to tell that unless you had a specimen, right? Or at least unless a qualified anthropologist, of which I am not, were able to actually freaking study a group of them in their natural habitat. Then you could probably come up with the genus and the species, right? They would name it some kind of species, right? I doubt that Bigfoot or Sasquatch would end up, when it comes to taxonomy, I doubt Sasquatch or Bigfoot would end up being the scientific species name. They'd probably come up with one, right? And the genus, well, we don't know. Which is it closer to Homo genus, the Pangenus, the Gorillini, or Pongo? Don't forget Pongo, which is orangutans, which, okay, they've already got the null hypothesis of Gigantopithecus, which is within the Pongo, right? More related to orangutans than anything else, I guess. So when it comes down to, is it a human? Is Bigfoot human or an ape? Well, it's an ape. It's an ape, but so are we. We're apes too. At least that's my guess. That it is an ape. I don't know what else that you could call something like that. It fits all this other stuff. The descriptions of it fits all the morphological similarities that we share with all the other apes and primates, whatever, all that stuff that I just went through. We share it all. So what really comes down to, the biggest mystery for me anyway, would be the genus and the species. Genus and species. And I don't know what that is. I'm sure there's probably going to be people out there that want to tell you, well, they're in the Homo genus. They're definitely human. And if you're in the Homo genus, obviously, you are human, just like all those ones that I named that are in our genus. All the other previous ones, Homo antecessor, Homo erectus, Homo heidelbergensis, Homo habilis, they're all humans, right? They belong to the human genus. They're all humans. But their species is different, right? Their species, antecessor, erectus, ergaster, floresiensis, habilis, blah, blah, blah. They're all humans. They're just different species of humans, right? So I don't know. People are going to swear that Bigfoot is a human species, right? I don't know that they're a human species. I know that they'd have to be an ape. They would have to be a great ape. Whatever that is, whatever Rasta is, belongs in the great ape family, just like the rest of us, just like gorillas, just like chimpanzees, all the other great apes. I don't see any other way around that. Now, class Mammalia, I'm assuming that if they're mammals, they have hair. That I've never seen one. I'm not the guy who said I saw one giving birth. That's not me. I've never seen that happen, but I assume they give live birth. Unless you can talk to Leon and ask him about Bigfoot laying eggs. I don't know. But I'm assuming they're in Mammalia. Now, there's also marsupials that are mammals. There's Bigfoot marsupial. Well, I don't know. I don't see how. If it's in all the others, like if it's in the same suborder, infraorder, family, subfamily, in the order of primates, I don't know any marsupial primates. That could be somebody. I could look it up right now, but I don't feel like it. So that could be something you can look up. Are there any marsupial primates? There may be. I just don't know them off the top of my head because, like I said, not an anthropologist. I'm not a wildlife biologist or whatever. So, but yeah, wouldn't that be cool? Bigfoot's a mammal. I mean, a marsupial, right? You got the female Bigfoots running around carrying the kid in a pouch or something. Hey, maybe that's why we don't find that many juvenile tracks at first, right? because they're in a pouch, right? I don't know, but I don't see where that is. But it's just a funny thing. I just wanted to come up with. But so yeah, so I mean, all this other stuff. I mean, they'd have to be an ape. They're an ape. We're an ape. You're an ape. I'm an ape. We're all apes. Um, there's just certain distinctions among us, but we're all the same, and we'll always will be that. We're always going to be in the animal kingdom. We're always going to be chordates, meaning we have a spine, right? We have a backbone, a spinal column. You know, as far as I know, we're always going to be mammals. We're always going to have hair, although I don't know, that could go away, but still, we're fur bearing and we give live birth. The primates, again, definition, we're just, yeah, we're primates. From that, we arose from an ancestor 85 to 55 million years ago. Small terrestrial mammals that adapted and evolved. So there it is. So Bigfoot, ape, yes, it's got to be an ape of some sort. Is it a human ape? Don't know. Don't know. But there's the evolution lesson of the day. The primates, the apes, part of which Homo sapiens are part of. So would be curious to find out, man. I don't know what genus or species it is, but you be the judge. And if anybody's got any more information that I failed to put in there about all that, taxonomy, feel free to leave comments below if you know more about taxonomy and etc. I'm always willing to listen to somebody who has more knowledge about especially human and primate evolution than I do. I'm always happy to learn. So hope everybody's having a good day. Don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. And go get out in the forest or something. All right. See ya.